Olly Richards. Olly Richards admit that he's not fluent in 7 or 8 languages. He is a liar. Watch the full video. Watch the whole video and I'll show you my proof that he's a liar and scammer and fake. Also watch my other videos of Olly Richards. Also watch my other videos of Olly Richards where I show that he's reading from a script and he's totally fake.
Room here is, can a YouTube
Olly Richards admit Olly Richards admit that he was lying to people and is not fluent or high level in 7 or 8 language. I will show you here that he admit that he's not fluent. This one, the pub test. And also this one, are you really fluent? Let's see what he will say about him being fluent. He said before that he is fluent in 7 language or 8 language, and he sell ebooks because he say that he's fluent in 7 or 8 language. Then he's selling ebooks how to learn language. And he was also on national TV. He was on national TV on BBC in UK, England, on BBC national TV, because people think that he can speak 7 or 8 language fluently, but now he will admit that it's not true.
And personally, I have a litmus test for whether you can speak a language or not, and I call it the pub test, and it is as follows. If we can go to a pub, sit down and speak in another language with a drink, and we can enjoy the conversation without either of us kind of bending our language to cater to the other person too much, then I think you can say that you speak that language. And so for me, I think if you were to press me at what a polyglot is, I'd say if you can speak 3 foreign languages at a pub test level, then in my book, you can call yourself a polyglot. And for the purposes of this video, that's the definition we're going to use. I understand if you disagree with me, I just don't really care. By the way, the contents of this video, all the topics we're going to
So his fluency is just some pub test that you can speak a little in a pub. He say he don't care if people don't agree with him. So he pretended that he can speak 7 or 8 language fluently, but he say that his level is only some kind of pub test level, that he can only speak in a pub and he can only make some conversation, like just some easy, very, very easy, simple conversation in a pub in that language. So all those 7 or 8 language he say he can speak, he can only make some very simple conversation in a pub. And I'm very sure he cannot even do that, because I have showed in my video before, if you watch my videos before, I have showed that he is reading from a script. All his videos he's reading from a script. He cannot speak any of this language. Now he will say that he can speak them at pub test level. Now he say he can speak them at pub test level, but he cannot even do that. He cannot even speak them at pub test level. I have showed that his videos are fake. His Spanish videos are fake. His Portuguese is fake. His Arabic is fake. All of the language are fake, and he's just reading from a script or just say few memorized stuff. He's totally fake, 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 fake. He lied to people saying that he's fluent in 7 or 8 language only so he can come on national TV, and the TV also lied. The TV also lied and made people believe that he can speak 7 or 8 language fluently so they can sell ebooks. So he can sell ebooks so the TV can make money showing him on TV, and also so the publisher can make money selling his ebooks, and also so he can make money selling ebooks. He is a big liar and a scammer, and he belongs in jail. He's a big liar and scammer. He belongs in jail. Same with the publisher who helped him lying to people. Same like the publisher who helped him lying to people, they also belong in jail. Same like the people from BBC who helped him lying to people, they also belong in jail. All of them belong in jail for lying to people.
a post I made in the community tab of my YouTube channel. We've got over 200 responses to this. And so if you want to join in these conversations like this and contribute to future videos, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I often ask my audience what they think about videos I'm about to make. So moving on from the question of whether you're actually allowed to call yourself a polyglot or not, one of the most common criticisms you see of YouTubers is that you're not fluent. You say you're such and such a level, you say that you speak Spanish, you're fluent in Spanish, but you're actually only A2 level. It's arguments over the level that someone is. And this is a criticism that is probably the most common criticism you see. He's not fluent, he's only this. And I find it very unfortunate that this is the kind of thing that people focus on. And I think the reason I feel this way is that I come from a country and a culture where no one learns foreign languages. You know, I started learning languages when I was 19 years old. French was my first language. And I was the only person amongst my entire friendship group that took the time to learn or even had any interest in learning languages. And I remember, like, when I would, after learning my first couple of languages, whenever I came across someone, especially a British person who also learned languages, it would be like I'm meeting a soulmate, you know, and I would respect so much anyone that had taken the time to learn a language. And then afterwards, later in my life, when I went off and used my languages all around the world, like, the idea that you should be criticized for the level that you speak a language is just harmful and toxic. And my starting point is always that anyone that speaks a language, anyone that puts effort into learning.
What is toxic? I will tell you what is toxic. Is when you lie to people and pretend to be fluent in 7 or 8 languages, even you're not. What is toxic is pretending that you're fluent in 7 or 8 languages, even you cannot speak those languages, making some fake edited videos or making some fake videos reading from a script, lying to people, and after the TV will also make interview with you and put you on national TV, lying to people, and then also the publisher will publish your books, lying to people. That is what is really toxic, and that what is a big scam. That is a big scam. You lied to people, the publisher lied to people, the national TV lied to people, all the other polyglot and language learning community working with you, all of you lied to people, so you can sell ebooks or language learning course. You are the real toxic and the scammers.
Good thing, and we should not be criticizing people over their level. This seems to be something that is purely a YouTube phenomenon. You don't see this out in the real world. It's only on YouTube where you have someone who's like, I mean, even highly fluent in a language, but they'll still get comments saying, "Oh well, you know, you're not C2. Like, I don't think you'd be able to talk about nuclear physics or whatever." It's really unfortunate. Yes, it's true that the Dunning-Kruger effect exists. People think they are higher than they are in a language. Yes, people exaggerate the language. Like, so
you cannot speak anything in those 7 or 8 language, and if you can speak something, then very low level. You cannot speak Arabic at all. You cannot speak Arabic at all. If you know something in Arabic, only few words, and your Spanish and Portuguese, I don't know, maybe you also only know few beginner stuff, and the same with the rest. All of the language, you don't know anything, or you only know few words or few beginner stuff. That's not just exaggerating, like that's like totally lie. That's like totally lie, pretending that you can speak a language fluently that you cannot speak at all. You're pretending to speak 7 or 8 language fluently that you cannot speak at all.
Who really cares? And you know what the conclusion I've come to from investigating this?
The conclusion I've come to is that you are a liar, fake, scammer. The same with BBC, the same with BBC News or BBC channel. They lied to help you scam people. BBC TV channel helped you lie to people and scam people. Same with the publisher and all the other people working with you. You all made a big scam so you can sell ebooks. You are all big scammers. You lied to people so you can sell ebooks and make money from your big lie, from your big scam. It's not being criticized for the level at which you speak a language. It's being criticized when you're going on TV shows claiming that you can be fluent in 3 months, literally using that terminology, while having truly mediocre level, yet think you are an authority on language learning. Worse when that's praised by people who have no idea how well that person actually speaks the language because they don't speak it themselves. Just because you are from one of the few countries where the majority doesn't bother to learn foreign languages doesn't mean we should lower overall standards. The truth is there is nothing particularly special about knowing a couple of foreign languages to a pub test level. Most of the world can do that. I think the criticism about levels is a fair one. If you're learning with a genuine interest, you don't need to flatter yourself and show off and feel special. Also, he cannot even speak this pub test level. He cannot even speak this pub test level. He's fake scammer and liar. He cannot even speak that pub test level. He cannot even speak conversational level. If he can do conversational level, maybe in few languages, but I've seen his Arabic videos. He cannot even speak Arabic at all. He only practice few words or few sentences in Arabic. He is full of bullshit. He's a scammer and liar. He cannot speak 7 languages or 8 languages. He's totally fake scammer and liar. To answer your last question, I think people are right to speak the truth about people trying to make money from their program or method, especially when one of their selling points is a claim to fluency in several languages. I have not seen all this anger you speak of, more like some indignation or disgust, which I think are completely justified. Speaking the truth is not toxic. Speaking the truth is not toxic. I think we have a duty to let the uninitiated monolingual with absolutely no way to judge someone's fluency themselves know that perhaps these marketers are not brilliant polyglots with some unique program that will have them speaking magnificent Chinese in 3 months. You're all liars and scammers. You're all fake liars and scammers. You all belong in jail. You all belong in jail, all of you fake polyglot scammers and this language learning community and the TV channels who have been helping you, the people from the TV channels who have been helping you, the people from the newspapers who have been helping you, the people from the magazines who have been helping you, the publishers who have been helping you, all people who have been helping you, scammers to scam people, all of the people who have been working with you and helping you to scam people and lie to people. All of you belong in jail. All of you scammers who have been lying to people just so you can scam people. You all belong in jail, all of you scammers. Pretending to be fluent in 7 languages or 8 languages so you can sell your ebooks here, you and your scammer publisher. And he think he's funny. He say I have built an evil language learning book empire that is taking over the world from Boston to Bangkok. My 20 plus short story books. Books in more than 20 languages because he lied to people and say that he's fluent in 7 or 8 languages. Even he cannot speak any of those languages or only know few beginner stuff in those languages. And same time the TV lied about it and all other people working with him, the publishers and everyone working with him lied. They're all scammers and liars and they all belong in jail. I will also show you a comment here, someone saying that he is bad in Spanish. I will show you a comment here, someone saying that Olly Richards is bad in Spanish in his opinion. In this one here, in his post here or his community where he want to make a post about internet polyglots are fake. Olly Richards say that internet polyglots are fake and he's thinking about making a video on this topic if people think they're fake and what is the issue and what are the complaints like that. And I will show you a comment here. Look this comment here. Look this comment here. There are two main parts, I think. A misunderstanding of how long it takes to be able to speak a language thanks to formal education, what speaking a language actually means, which leads to disbelief right off the bat, and the idea that polyglots and linguists are the same thing. Maybe a month ago you posted a video discussing different Spanish accents, but a lot of the examples you gave were vocabulary or grammar with no mention of the accent. Then about the Puerto Rican accent, you said they would say no tengo ningo problema, and that double negatives are wrong. The double negatives are wrong. Even so, they are correct, and that phrase is perfectly normal in all Spanish. In reality, you can learn multiple languages and not know a thing about linguistics, but you are expected to. Even so, I know better. The lack of knowledge shown in that video made me question your language skills. Even so, I know better. The lack of knowledge shown in that video made me question your language skills. He questioned his language skills. He questioned his language skills. He questioned his language skills in Spanish. So he want to say that he don't believe that he can speak Spanish good, or that he can speak Spanish. He don't believe that he can speak Spanish, or he questioned how good he can speak Spanish. And same time he say he do some mistakes in his video, in his Spanish video. I think he just read from some script, same like he do in all the language. I have already shown in my video before that Olly Richard is reading from a script. This guy here can understand Spanish, and he criticized the Spanish of Olly Richard. This guy here can speak Spanish and understand Spanish, and he criticized the Spanish of Olly Richard and say that he don't believe that he is good in Spanish, or that he have lack of knowledge about the Spanish language, and he have lack of knowledge about language. And also I have seen his Arabic videos are totally fake. His Arabic videos, his Cantonese and Japanese also bullshit nonsense. And the Spanish and the Portuguese also just reading from a script. His Spanish and Portuguese videos of Olly Richard just reading from a script. And the French and Italian also just some fake videos, and I think also he's reading from a script. All the videos of Olly Richards, just some fake videos reading from a script and memorizing some stuff. It's all fake. He cannot speak any of those language, Olly Richards. He's only fluent in English. That's fake scammer. Continue watching. I will show more about this fake scammer, Olly Richards. Here you can see Olly Richards have been on BBC many times. Here, documentary with Olly Richards. How to learn a language, the super linguists. Meet the people who speak many languages. How do they do it and why? And also here previous, more episode previous, the polyglots. Next, the multilingual societies. Could you be a super linguist? Challenge your language skills with the Open University. So this BBC have been helping the scammers. This BBC have been helping the scammers. Also here they're helping Richard Simcott also and other scammers. BBC working with all the scammers, this BBC channel. Olly Richards in BBC News. Can you learn English from EastEnders? And here Benny Lewis, the other scammer, replying him. The two scammers here working together and have been, both of them have been on BBC. BBC News. BBC News, the documentary The Super Linguists, How to Learn a Language. Simon Calder asks how to go about acquiring a new tongue. He gets tips from those who know innovative teachers and polyglots. The answers are surprising at school. It is repetitive drills shouted out loud by the whole class that seem to lodge the grammar and pronunciation in the pupils' brains. But if you are an adult learning by yourself, then on the contrary, don't stress about grammar and pronunciation. There are better and more fun things to focus on. Simon has a go at learning Slovenian. Can he order coffee and cake after just one lesson? Photo Olly Richards and Katie Harris with kind permission from both scammers. More from the documentary. So this BBC News are helping the scammers. These BBC channels have been helping the scammers to lie to people and scam people. Also, this newspaper, independent newspaper or news here. Katie, give yourself permission to be a beginner. That makes it much easier to start speaking. How learning languages can enrich the way we travel. While you and I get lost in French translation, polyglots are fluent in Frisian, Faroese, and dozens of other languages, but there is hope for us yet. Simon Calder, travel correspondent. And here also Richard Simcott here. So those kind of newspapers and TV channels working with the scammers. And here also Olly Richards. Let's see who is this Simon Calder who made the news here. Simon Calder's career in travel started at Gatwick Airport, where he cleaned aircraft for Laker Airways and later worked as a security officer. He became the Independent 2019's travel correspondent in 1994 and is known as the man who pays his way because he does not accept free travel facilities. He writes across the Independent titles as well as the Evening Standard News Journalist of the Year. Okay, so you become News Journalist of the Year by making some fake lying news about the polyglot YouTubers. So this kind of people have been helping the scammers to lie to people. This kind of people have been helping the scammers to lie to people and scam people. Start learning Spanish today, BBC. I have been in different news here. You can see I've been in different news here also. There are 4 different news here. Or something like that. The Open University, BBC, the Open University, El País, The Independent, Man who speaks 8 languages reveals strange way to learn Spanish fast through story learning. You can see here he has been also in other news here. Gulf News. The man who speaks 8 foreign languages learns Spanish with story learning, invented by speaker of 8 languages, Olly Richards. You are about to discover a completely new method of learning Spanish called story learning. New story learning language method will teach you Spanish that is quite literally unforgettable. The BBC featured me in their language learning documentary. The BBC channel featured Olly Richards in their language learning documentary because he lied and said that he's fluent in 7 or 8 language. He lied to people and said that he's fluent in 7 or 8 language, but he cannot speak any of this language. And in his own YouTube video, he will say that it's some kind of pub test. He said this pub test to how much you can speak a language, like some pub test that you can only make some conversation in the pub or in the bar like that. And he cannot even do that. He cannot speak all those languages. He's just a fake liar and scammer. And then the BBC TV channel put him in the news, and other TV channels or newspaper make some news about him, and the publisher publishes books in more than 20 languages. Look here, TV and radio. TV and radio have featured Olly Richards' story learning method that can help you learn Spanish fast. TV and radio. My story learning method has come from many years of expertise in the language learning field. What many expertise in the language learning field when you cannot speak any of this language, you fake scammer? Not long ago, I appeared in a 5-part BBC documentary called The Super Linguists. It's all about how people learn languages. 5 parts BBC documentary. 5 parts, and he cannot even speak any of those languages. The BBC interviewed me in order to understand story learning and how I have used it to learn 8 languages. The BBC interviewed me in order to understand story learning and how I have used it to learn 8 languages. And he cannot speak any of those languages. He can only speak his own language, English. He can only speak one language, English, but he pretends to be fluent in 8 languages. And he admits in his YouTube video that he's not fluent. He's just a liar and a scammer. The Open University asked me to partner with them to create major course on learning languages. The Open University asked him to make courses in language learning. Someone who can only speak English fluently and lying about being fluent in 8 languages, the university asked him to make courses. The European Commission invited me to speak on their single most important event in the calendar year. Someone who lied about being fluent in 8 languages and who can only speak one language, the European Commission invited him to speak on their single most important event in the calendar year. The British consul hired me to teach languages and train their teachers. Oh my God! The British consul hired him to teach teachers about language learning. Someone who is not a teacher. He's not a teacher. He can only speak his own language, English, and he's not a teacher, and he lied about being fluent in 8 languages. Then the British consul hired him to teach language teachers. They hired him to teach language teachers. What kind of joke is this? What kind of big scam is this? Thousands of my students use story learning to successfully learn languages. So can you. Thousands of his students, and he don't know anything about language learning. He's not a teacher. He don't know anything about language learning. He can only speak one language, English, fluently. What kind of big scam is this? What kind of big scam is this? Here are some comments from language experts about my language work. Here are some people working with the scammer. When we wanted to create an online course on how to learn a language, we asked Olly to write it with us. His experience as a language learner has been invaluable. Dr. Tita Bevan, the Open University, but it looks like it's some kind of online university, online learning, some kind of online scam university. So also this Open University helped the scammer. This Open University helped the scammer to lie to people and pretend that he's fluent in 8 languages. Olly's top-notch language learning insights are right in line with the best of what we know from neuroscience and cognitive psychology about how to learn effectively. I love his work, and you will too. Dr. Barbara Wakely, author of New York Times bestseller A Mind for Numbers. So this New York Times also helped the scammer. Olly's advice on language learning is the real deal, and I recommend you pay attention to what he has to say. Benny Lewis, fluent in 3 months. Okay, this also other scammer, Benny Lewis, would recommend his scammer friend, Olly Richard. Both of them are scammers helping each other, scamming people. Learning a language is challenging, but it's one of the best things you can do for your brain and your learning skill set. Olly Richards is doing some seriously incredible work to empower more and more people to rise to the challenge. Jonathan Levy, author and learning expert. An author here who also lying to help him. An author who lied to help Benny Lewis scamming people. Olly bridges the gap between theory and practice by helping you to use scientific principles to get real results with your language learning. Anthony Metivier, magnetic memory method, another scammer. The documentary Olly Richards' methods have been featured widely in media. You can use them to learn Spanish fast. So all those people and all those newspapers and TV channels and book authors and many other people at the university have been helping him lying and scamming to people. And those students here, I'm sure there's just some people that are also working with him or something like that. It's all a big scam. 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 Here in the Independent, it's all a big scam. You can learn Spanish fast using Olly Richards' methods as featuring in radio interviews across the world. Featured in radio interviews across the world. He has been in radio interviews all over the world. This fake scammer. Am I the right person to teach you Spanish? You will be learning Olly Richards' rapid learning method that attract crowd around the world. Look how many people he make go to his events. He makes some events where thousands of people all around the world go to his events to watch his scammer methods. People all around the world go to his events, paying money to go to his events, to listen to his scammer methods, to his lie, to all his lies. He made people pay money to go and listen to his methods so he can make some events scamming people, and the TV and the radio will put him in their news to make people believe in that bullshit. My work has been featured by some of the world's authorities on learning. The BBC featured me in a 5-part documentary called The Superlinguists, which is all about how people learn languages, but you might also have seen me in the Huffington Post, the Independent UK, El Pay Spain, Gulf News, BBC World Service, or in many websites like Fluent in 3 Months and Lifehack. So look, you have been in many different news and also on this Fluent in 3 Months site by Benny Lewis, the other scammer. My history in language learning. Firstly, I have a long and detailed history of language learning and language teaching. I have taught language for over 10 years. So this scammer have been making money for over 10 years, lying to people about his scammer method. This scammer have been lying to people for over 10 years with his scammer method and making money lying to people for over 10 years, even he's not fluent in any of those languages. What kind of joke is this? I have a master's degree in applied linguistics and even used to train and recruit language teachers. You have recruit language teachers. So I don't know if you have recruited real language teachers or other scammers. Maybe you have been recruiting other scammers. Maybe you have been recruiting other teachers who use his scammer method to scam people also. So maybe there are more teachers same like him. Using his scammer methods out there, scamming people. So I think he have not been teaching real teachers. I think it's not real teachers. I think it's also other scammers. I think he have been teaching other scammers how to use his scammer methods to make some courses scamming people also. I think he have been teaching other people to use his scammer methods so they can go outside in real life and make some courses lying to people and say that they have some special methods that you can learn a language fast. So maybe there in UK or other countries there are some people who is been using his methods and scamming people and telling them that they can learn a language fast in few months. So you have been helping other people to become scammers too. So if you're living in UK or some other country, maybe Olly Richards have been teaching some people to make some course same like him. So if there are some people there in your country, in UK or other country, who give some course how to learn a language fast and have some special methods, maybe Olly Richards and Richard Simcott and Benny Lewis and some of those scammers have been teaching those people how to make this kind of scammer course. So maybe now UK and other countries are full of those fake teachers who pretend that they will teach you a language fast. So maybe there are many of those kind of fake teachers giving some fake courses teaching language in many countries, and they tell you will learn a language fast. So if you have entered or joined some course where they tell you you can learn a language fast, maybe they're just some fake teachers, and maybe this Benny Lewis and Olly Richards and Richard Simcott and some of those scammers are the one who have teach them how to make this kind of scammer course. It's a very big scam, and it's all over the world, this big scam. I've worked with institutions like the Open University and the European Commission. Have quotes and endorsements from lots of experts such as Professor Stephen Krashen. And I'm very sure this Stephen Krashen is a scammer also. This Professor Stephen Krashen, I'm very sure he's also a scammer. with some scammer methods. This Stephen Krashen and Benny Lewis is also a scammer, and then all of the people working with him are scammers. Dr. Tita Bevan, the Open University, Jonathan Levy, learning expert, and even Anthony Metivier, magnetic memory method, all of them are scammers. All of them are scammers, and some of them have their own scammer methods. It's all a big scam, how to scam people. Language learning books I have written. I'm the author of 16 books I'm published by the famous publishers Teach Yourself, this scammer publisher who helped him scam people. This scammer publisher Teach Yourself who helped him scamming people for their short stories series of language learning books. These books are in bookstores around the world. All around the world he has been selling his scamming books. All around the world he has been selling his scammer books and his scammer courses, and he has been teaching people also his scammer methods. He has been teaching people his scammer methods, making more teachers around the world using his scammer methods. He has teach people around the world to use his scammer methods to scam people. So maybe there are hundreds or thousands of people around the world using his scammer methods to teach people. My spoken languages, I speak 8 languages. These include Spanish, English, French, Italian, Portuguese, Japanese, Arabic, Cantonese. And all those languages he cannot speak them, he can only speak English. I have seen his Arabic, he cannot speak Arabic, his Cantonese is bullshit. Also the Japanese, the Portuguese is just reading from a script, the Spanish reading from a script, the Italian and French also bullshit. All of the language are just bullshit. He cannot speak any of this language. He can only speak one language, English, this fake scammer. He can only speak English. He's only fluent in English, this fake scammer. He cannot speak the other language. Dozens of videos of me speaking my languages are available on my YouTube channel. I have seen your fake videos on your YouTube channel where you read from a script, you fake scammer. I've seen your fake videos on your YouTube channel where you read from a script, you fake scammer. But most important are the hundreds of testimonials from successful students. That means the most to me because it's people who have learned a new language and changed their lives. You're just a liar and full of bullshit, you fake scammer. Language learning has been my life for 20 years. Even so, I had zero experience with languages as a kid. If I can learn 8 languages, I know you can definitely learn Spanish with my methods. You're full of bullshit. You're a fake scammer. Scammer with scammer method. Scammer with scammer methods. Scammer with scammer methods. And many people have helped that scammer to scam people. Many people have helped a scammer to scam people. Guaranteed scammer. Guaranteed scammer, liar, fraud. People supporting the scammer. So many people have been helping that scammer scamming people. Story Learning with Spanish Uncovered now enrolling and open to you. To enroll in Spanish Uncovered, click the button below. Price today only $237. Normal price $297. 20% off on his scammer books and scammer course. Luke's English podcast. Learn British with Luke Thompson. Olly Richards' English Polyglot. Top advice and strategies for language learning. This episode could make a huge difference to your English learning. So listen up and get ready for motivational boost. Joining me on the podcast today is Olly Richards, a polyglot who speaks 8 languages. A polyglot who speaks 8 languages. You're all liars. You're all lying to people. You fake shit people. This guy, Luke Thompson, who have a podcast lying to people about Olly Richards being fluent in 8 languages. They're all lying so they can make money from this big scam. Olly is living proof that English people, just like any other nationality, are perfectly capable of learning a foreign language to a proficient level. In fact, Olly is a polyglot, which means he can speak lots of different languages. In fact, at the moment, Olly can speak Spanish, French, Italian, Brazilian, Portuguese, Japanese, Cantonese, and Arabic. Arabic. Yeah. Not bad for a guy from England and a country where most people just speak one language, and some people struggle with just one language, especially after a few drinks. So all of you have been lying so you can scam people. And yes, there are people in England who can speak more than one language, but Olly Richards is not one of them. There are people in England who can speak more than one language, but Olly Richards is not one of them. He's just a fake scammer, and all of you scammers helped him to scam people. And here, of course, italki here. Of course, they put link to italki here. They're all scammers, and italki also working with all of the scammers. It's a big scam. All of this is a big scam. He's not fluent in 8 languages. He admit in his last video that he only can speak some pub test language, that he only speaking some pub test, that he can only speak a little bit. The pub test. So he's saying to be fluent, you need to do this pub test. If you say that you need to do this pub test to be fluent, so it seems like he admit that he is only pub test fluent. So he admit and say that he's only pub test fluent, that he can only make some very basic conversation in a pub or in the bar. Olly Richards admit that he can only make some very basic conversation in a pub or in the bar, just very basic conversation. And I don't even think he can do that. He cannot even do that. He's a liar and scammer. He's not fluent in any of those languages. He cannot speak any of those languages. He can only speak English. And if he know some other language, then only very low level, only very beginner stuff. But I don't believe he can speak any other language. He can only speak English. He have been lying to people all those years. For more than 10 years he have been lying to people, and TV channels have been helping him, universities have been helping him, publishers have been helping him, and radio channels have been helping him, and newspapers have been helping him. Many people have been helping him and the other polyglot YouTubers. Many people have been helping him and the other polyglot YouTubers and the other language learning YouTubers to scam people. There are many people out there, TV channels, radio channels, and newspapers, and universities, and many other people who have been helping all those fake scammers to scam people. It's a big scam. It's a big scam, and all of those people belong in jail. All of those polyglot YouTubers who have been lying and scamming people, all of those language learning YouTubers who have been lying to people and scamming people. All of those people from TV channels and radio channels and newspapers and magazines, and the one from the universities, all those people belong in jail for helping those scammers to scam people. They all belong in jail for scamming people and lying to people. They made a big lie so they can scam people, making money scamming people. They all belong in jail, all of them. It's a big scam and all of them belong in jail. Also, language learning apps like italki and other language learning apps have been helping the scammers. Language learning apps, TV channels, newspapers, magazines, some professors or some other important people have been helping the scammers. Even some big important people like this English consul or some other people, they have been helping the scammers to scam people and lie to people. It's a very big scam and all of those people belong in jail. All of those people belong in jail, all of those fake scammers and all of those people who help the scammers to lie to people and scam people. All of those people belong in jail. Watch my playlist of Olly Richards. Watch my playlist here of Olly Richards to see how fake he is and what kind of liar he is. Especially the first video here, this 1 hour and 38 minutes. The first video 1 hour and 38 minutes, I show how fake he is and that he's just reading from a script. In this first video I show that he's fake and reading from a script. He is fake, liar and scammer, and he cannot speak 8 languages, he can only speak 1 language, English. Watch this first video, I will show you how fake he is and that he's just reading from a script and he cannot speak anything, he can only speak English. Subscribe to my channel now. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you. اشترك في القناة دلوقتي. افتكر اشترك في القناة. أشوفك. السلامة. Husk at abonnere på min kanal nu. Husk at abonnere. Vi ses. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne maintenant. Abonnez-vous. Abonnez-vous à ma chaîne.